Hey people, how is it going? Welcome to my final Premier League predictions of the season. Please like, share and follow. Firstly, we start with Bournemouth against Leicester. My prediction, as it's at Bournemouth, and Leicester obviously relegated. Bournemouth, obviously, like anyone, would want to finish on a high at home in front of their own crowd. 2-0 Bournemouth is my prediction for that game. Fulham against Man City. Well, Man City want to bounce back from the FA Cup final upset. And Fulham is a tough place to go. Back in London. And yeah, but I think City will nick it 2-1. On to Ipswich against West Ham. Ipswich relegated and are losing 2-0 at Leicester. West Ham have had a very disappointing season for their standards. And I think West Ham will end the season on a high though. I think they could have done better for sure against Nottingham Forest yesterday. But Forest are a good team, and you need to be at your best to beat a team like Forest. And West Ham haven't been at their best all season. Let's be honest. But they really want to win this game, obviously. Not just because you want to win any game, but it's the last game of the season and so on. And some players are probably playing for their futures, of course. So, yeah. 2-0 West Ham. On to Liverpool against Crystal Palace. The FA Cup winners going to Anfield. Well, I'll be at Brighton against Liverpool tonight, so I'll get more of an idea of potentially what to expect for Liverpool's last home game. To see how they could do at the Amex tonight. I think Liverpool got this. I think Palace, I don't know whether to be actually celebrationary mood on Tuesday, and I think they're still going to end the season on a high in the league as well. But I think Anfield's a tough place to go, whoever you are, whether you've won. And therefore, I'm going to say Liverpool 3, Palace 1. On to Old Trafford for Man United against Aston Villa. Well, United have had a shocking season domestically, but got to the Europa League final where they play another side I'm going to mention in a minute, towards the end. But yeah, no, yeah, Man United have been poor domestically, and I think they're going to lose the last home game of the season. Yeah, Man United 1, Aston Villa 3. But I still think Amon's the man for United. I think they need to keep him. But something about the recruitment and the academy, they're not producing. And so on. And since Fergie's left, we all know it. Every manager United have gone through and everything, it's not the management, it's the ownership as well. Newcastle against Everton. Look, Newcastle or Everton have got their reasons to want to win, but their season ended really at Goodison Park against Southampton. That farewell to playing at Goodison Park was probably correct for them. Not saying that they're not going to try at Newcastle. Of course they're going to try. Of course they're going to give that a good performance. But for Newcastle, it's Champions League football potentially up for grabs. So I'm going to say Newcastle 2, Everton 0. So yeah, 2-0 Newcastle. On to Nottingham Forest against Chelsea. Chelsea have been on the road, not great. Nottingham Forest at home are very good. And obviously, with European positions there, can they get Champions League or is Europa League? What would they be? I mean, would they be satisfied with Europa League or they're thinking, oh, we should be getting Champions League? I mean, it's all up for grabs. Last game, Nottingham Forest 2, Chelsea 1. Yeah. On to Southampton against Arsenal. Well, yeah, Arsenal have been good, very good. Bit inconsistent. You have dropped too many points, for sure. Obviously, otherwise they'll be champions. But no, I think Arsenal will got this. 5-0 Arsenal. Southampton are gone, are really gone, and gone in a smashing way. On to Spurs against Brighton. What a game this should be. Spurs, either Europa League winners or Europa League runners-up. Whichever it's going to be. You're hosting the Seagulls. And there you are in the table. And what your team are capable of under Ange or whoever else. Who cares? Because you haven't done good this season. And Brighton are going to absolutely show you. But only that we'll concede a goal. Spurs 1, Brighton 2. And finally, we'll end the season at Molineux for Wolves against Brentford. What a game this is going to be. A whole 38 games for each team in the Premier League goes down to the final predictions, goes down to this final prediction. Well, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be Wolves going to nick it though. My prediction for this is Wolves 2, Brentford 1. Thanks for watching my predictions. If either it's your first time or you've seen them before, please come back for more next season. I'll try to do the Women's Euros. Yeah, if I can, I'll do them for sure. And also the Club World Cup potentially, but more the Women's Euros. But yeah, anyway, other than that, that's the summer coming up now. Thanks for watching throughout the whole season. Please like, share and follow, and be back in August for next season. Well, what can I say? That's it. For the Premier League, I might do predictions for the playoffs, as that's it next weekend. And so on. But for now, thank you.